Miss Molly was even there too. Well, splish splash, I forgot about the bath. I went and put my dancing shoes on. Yeah, I was a rolling and a strolling, feeling with the feel, moving and a grooving, splishing and a splashing.
Welcome everyone, Kiwi Radio.
Someday I don't know how, I hope she'll hear my plea. Some way I don't know how, she'll bring her love to me. Dream lover, until then, I'll go to sleep and dream again. That's the only thing to do, till all my lover's dreams come true. 'Cause I want a girl to call my own. I want a dream lover, so I don't have to dream alone. Dream lover until
Welcome everybody to Kiwiradio.Nz, your weekly showcase of New Zealand music, streaming live from Aotearoa throughout the world. Hello, how are you doing this Tuesday evening? We've got a bit of a treat for you this week. The infamous Rhombus is going to be... Yes. One of the co-founders, Thomas, is actually on the phone right now. So, without further ado, please welcome Thomas to the stage.
Thanks very much.
Now, Thomas, how are you doing, first of all?
I'm good. Yeah, I've managed to escape, the flu and all of that kind of stuff of late, which has been a feat. But otherwise, yeah, no, really good.
What's new in Rhombus Camp this year?
Well, we just released a new album. It's a Remixes and Archives album, which is a format that we started in 2006, I think. And, it's got a bunch of remixes, some stuff from our hard drives that we hadn't released. So we released that earlier this year, and we've been doing some shows here and there. So just sort of ticking along a little bit.
Well, it's absolutely a pleasure to have you in this episode. I have been a fan of Rhombus since a pimple teenager, and here I am, fast forward to now in 2024, actually interviewing one of the co-founders. How very exciting indeed. Well, today's show is all about storytelling. We tell you the stories behind the music. So, Thomas, we'll get to know you a little bit better throughout this hour. But first of all, get your comfy PJs on, because it is a Tuesday evening. And maybe you can just have a wee chat to our audience about all your tracks. How does that all sound?
Yeah, sounds great.
Awesome. Well, I've got the 3-song set here from Rhombus. Take it away. Which one do we want to play first?
Oh, good question. Maybe Border Patrol.
Rock and roll. Okay, Rhombus, tell us about it.
Well, it's a funny one because it was made between me and Sai and Core, kind of online. So I think the beginning of the track started out probably in the Netherlands when Simon was living there. And then when we were looking to do our album in whenever it was, 2021, we were sort of going through all the different tracks, and we kind of picked that one out as having lots of potential. And so I'd just come back. I'd been overseas just before the lockdowns on a sound art residency in South Africa, and I do a lot of ambient recording, like taking microphones out into environments and recording. I do some of that stuff for film as well. And so I have all of these wonderful recordings, hours and hours of recordings of kind of natural environments in South Africa. And so I kind of added that to the track. And, the track's called Border Patrol because you can hear a helicopter sort of swooping past at the beginning of the track, and that's actually a Border Patrol helicopter. We're on the border of Botswana and South Africa, and it's just sort of going along doing its patrol. And we added a few bits and pieces to it, a few extra drums and things, and Boy had the suggestion of ramping it up to double time at sort of the midway point, and it just kind of came together like that. So it was really the three of us, Simon, myself, and Core, who kind of put this track together. So it's quite reflective of sort of workflow that we were doing at that time. We had a guest, Kirsten Ede from the New Zealand Symphony Orchestra. She's the associate principal flautist with them, and she's a colleague of mine up at the New Zealand School of Music. And so I asked if she'd like to play flute on the track, and she did an amazing job of that. Those are the kind of components of it, really.
Awesome. Well, check it out. Rhombus is the artist of the week right now. We're talking to Thomas, one of the co-founders. You can check him out at rhombus.co.nz. Border Patrol is from the After Party album. You're listening to Kiwiradio.Nz tonight for our 3-song set, and we want to thank upfm.co.nz for simulcasting this week's show. 13th of August 2024, Tuesday evening, this wonderful New Zealand evening. hope you're having a wonderful week. Rhombus is the artist of the week right now, streaming on a humble online radio station. We have Thomas. How you doing? What a wonderful, strong song to start the set. You've got new releases for 2024. Very exciting. But I have to say, you know, you've been a bedroom producer and beat maker since the 90s, really?
Yeah, it's true.
Moved to Wellington in 2000. You formed Rhombus in 2001. Started playing live dub sessions and things, and teamed up with all sorts of all-stars. What is the secret to longevity in the New Zealand music industry?
Oh, it's a very good question. And I think I'm not really sure what the answer to that is, to be honest. But what I can say is that, really the strength of, my relationship with Simon and Cora, who are the other two producers in the group, is really what keeps it all going. And so, we took a long period sort of away from writing it. Well, not really writing music, but releasing music. And Simon was overseas, sort of for the, from about 2010 until about 2018 or 19. And, in that time, we were still always writing music, and Cora and I were still, DJing and creating stuff in the studio, and Si was still making music. And so it's really, to be honest, it's more about, just kind of feeding our sort of our relationship more than anything. Not so much about like really focusing on the music industry as such, and trying to get stuff out and all of that sort of thing. It's we're really kind of more focused on kind of the joy that we get out of making music. And once we've made some music that we want to share with people, then we go out on the road and sort of play it. And that's just kind of how we operate, pretty low key. But we just we keep making music because we love making music together, and that's our secret anyway.
Yeah, and it just gets better over time. It's like a good wine, right? I mean, you were pretty strong to start with. I still remember that song, Jamming with a Rhombus Sound. That was my, teenage years. And here we are now. You're still doing it. So congratulations on that there, Thomas, and I'm really am a big fan. Next song is Treat You So Right. Tell us about this one.
So in a similar way to Border Patrol, we were bringing ideas to the table around 2020 during the lockdown periods online, just to see like what we had in the archives that we thought we could kind of develop and make into songs and take further and all of that. And Treat You So Right was something that I'd been working on, and it sort of made it to the kind of the listening sessions that we were doing. I didn't honestly think that it would pass muster, to be honest. It's kind of a slower track, and sort of quite smoky and sort of moody, and but it got a really good response from Simon and Cora. They both felt that it had lots of potential, which was a little bit of a surprise to me. But then I was really happy as well to kind of to be able to kind of develop it a bit more. So from there, I introduced TK Paradza to the group, and TK was actually a student of mine a few years earlier up at the New Zealand School of Music, and he'd been producing music and sharing his music with me, and I really like his voice and his style and all of those things, and I was always in the back of my mind looking for an opportunity to sort of incorporate him into one of our tracks, and I never really had anything that really stuck out as being entirely appropriate. But this tune I thought would be a really good opportunity to try, explore, a writing kind of relationship. And so I brought him up to the studio and played in the track, and within a day we'd sort of knocked out the lyrics together and the melodies and stuff, and we kind of had it recorded. And we thought that as a song it was pretty strong. It had lots of really good ingredients. And then we got Lisa Tomlins, who's a long-time collaborator of Rhombus, into the studio to do all the backing vocals. We got Matt Allison, who's a friend of mine and also a colleague up at the New Zealand School of Music as well. He's trombonist in the New Zealand Symphony Orchestra, and he's played some shows with Rhombus in the past as well. Had him come up and play trombone on the track. And it just turned out to be one of those ones. I mean, we've written a lot of songs over the years, and this is probably one of my favourites, I think, in terms of how it kind of came together and the kind of the end result. And it was sort of a bit of a standout track, I think, from our After Party album, and we decided to make a music video to go with it. And we hadn't made music videos for years, so it's kind of a bit of a novel thing, to sort of do something like that. And I got in touch with a friend of mine, Sarah Hunter from Transmit Media, and Sarah's been collaborating with Rhombus over the years on all sorts of things. But in this capacity, we were sort of looking at doing this video together, and we wanted to do something simple, black and white, shoot it one location, just try and keep it sort of classy and not too difficult. And so if anyone out there is interested, we've got the song Treat You So Right sitting on YouTube as well, which you can check out the video for. But yeah, that's probably enough talking about it.
No, do all the talking you want there. This is the format of the show. It's really kind of like the lounge room vibe where we get to go backstage essentially with Rhombus. You know the videos, you know the music, but now you'll get to know the stories behind the music. So that's awesome. Links are rhombusnz.bandcamp.com, rhombus.co.nz, and yeah, you can check them out on Instagram as well with the handle Rhombus Music NZ. Very exciting music for 2024. Glad to have you here, Thomas. Let's get to song 2 of the 3-song set here, and let's go. Shout out to upfm.co.nz as well. Here till 8 o'clock, and every week promoting New Zealand music. Coming up on the show, we also have Marmalade joining us. But for now, let's focus on the artist of the week, which is Rhombus.
They don't know what you are and more. They don't know it for sure, but I got you on board. So when you hear them say, darling, don't you worry, we all in it together now, you and me forever. I'ma rise up to the occasion. You don't got to worry, girl, no hesitation, darling, don't you worry, we all in it together now, you and me forever. I'ma rise up to the occasion. Birds of a feather now, all flock together. So come around if you need my loving. I'm gonna treat you so right. Come around if you feel me, honey. I'm gonna treat you all night. And tell them, whoa, yeah, treat you all night. If you give me your heart, I won't break it apart, babe. Never depart, babe. Whoa. If you give me your soul, I'll be happy to hold you, never control you. So if you hear them say, darling, don't you worry, we all in it together now, you and me forever. I'ma rise up to the occasion. You don't got to worry, girl, no hesitation, darling, don't you worry, we all in it together now, you and me forever. I'ma rise up to the occasion. Birds of a feather now, all flock together. So come around if you need my loving. I'm gonna treat you so right. Come around if you feel me, honey.
studio.
And tell 'em treat you so.
Oh, we've been doing this 2 years running now. Started off in my garage, still in my garage now, as you can see, but we've had in-studio guests, we've had 100 plus episodes, and it's just going strong, just like Rhombus, you know, start something from your garage. He started off as a bedroom producer, and look at him now doing wonderful performances with, they performed with Fat Freddy's Drop, Cora, Shapeshifter, Saint Germain, all sorts of fun stuff. Gomez, that's a really good one. They're very iconic here in New Zealand, if you haven't heard of them. A really cool blend of electronic and dub, bass, reggae. But yeah, congratulations on the music there, Thomas.
Awesome, thank you.
Just me and you. The night is warm, but I'm feeling blue. It's hard to enjoy this, knowing what we gotta do. No one believes in me like you do. It's that kind of kindness that makes me love you. Every time I lose my mind, your music finds me. Every time I lose my faith, your heart blinds me.
That is the wonderful sound of Midnight Green from the archives. And if you want to be part of the show, head along to Instagram.com/Kiwiradio.Nz. We are a one-man band right now, but we've got all the technical stuff sorted. Welcome back, Thomas.
Yeah, nice one.
Yeah, well, I have lots of monitoring equipment, like speakers and stuff, and they all started like bombarding me with feedback and stuff like that. So I just kind of had to take a moment. So there we go. We are back on the roll. You know what it's like. You know what it's like. And
I do.
And if I hadn't mentioned it, you wouldn't have known. So there we go. Thomas, you are one of the co-founders of one of my favorite New Zealand bands. So good to be talking to you. Let us get to know you a little bit more. So you're obviously a music teacher as well, but when you want to reset your brain a little bit from the create,
I'm pretty much surrounded by music, and I'm sort of I'm either teaching. I'm teaching a 200 level paper in audio engineering at the moment, sort of right in the thick of it. And I'm also doing, I do sort of mixing for, some of my colleagues, some of their research projects, do some mastering and stuff as well. So, I'm sort of, particularly at this time of year, I'm sort of all about, all about music and production. When I'm not doing, when I'm not so sort of bogged down with production side of things and the teaching side of things, which tends to be sort of more like over the summer period where I have a little less teaching to do. One of the things I really love doing is sort of reconnecting with music because, when I'm producing music or helping others produce music or teaching music, I tend not to listen for leisure. Like I'm kind of in a mode of, the technical execution of music. And so in those moments where I sort of step away from that, I really just go on these sort of